Hey YouTube, this is We All Juggle Knives, or in this case, Tomahawks. I have some very interesting, kind of obscure Tomahawks. These are budget priced. These were like, I think one was like 20 and one was 25. Alright, this is the first one. Has a hammer end, very cool. There's a blade. This one's pretty cool too. Check out the back spike on this. Now it's not needle sharp. You could sharpen it if you want. I prefer it. I don't like it sharp enough to open my skin, okay? Because you can use this perfectly fine as a pick, alright? And they've stylized it a little bit. They've made hex shape, right? Skeletonization. And then that. Alright, in the text description box, I'm going to include the exact name that these were sold as and an Amazon link. Once that link goes dead, you're on your own. Okay, don't come at me 5 years later and expect me to look up links for you. Now I wanted to try these because they were not very expensive, and I immediately recognized this blade shape is actually extremely similar to, remember this, the United M48 Commando Hawk? Alright, extremely similar, you see that. It's almost like this is a Commando Hawk, but with the hammer end, which is very cool. And this is kind of similar too, a little bit stylized. See that there? People might wonder, did they steal this design? Did they steal that from United? I don't think so, because United cutlery stuff is made in China, right? And these are also made in China. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if these were made in the exact same factory, and you know, they're just branded differently. The handles are FRN. The same as on a SOG Fast Hawk, the same as on the M48. These are not sharp at all. I mean, I could do this all day long. It's not going to cut me. And look how thick that edge is. I mean, that's just, I mean, that grind. It's super broad and not sharp. I'm definitely going to have to sharpen that. Better too broad than too fine, because we can always work on the edge, but at least it's strong. Okay, out here with these hawks, I did reprofile, or at least sharpen this edge a little bit. I'm going to roll in 2 action clips. The first clip you're going to see is a highlight reel of throwing these 2 hawks. The second clip is going to be chopping a few of those branches over there, and then we'll come back for final thoughts on these budget hawks. Okay, we are back. I hope you like that. Alright, a couple of points about these hawks. Extremely durable. I was actually impressed. There were times during the throwing where one hawk actually hit the handle of the other hawk, and even though it did gouge out a chunk right there, it's impressive that it just didn't break. There were other times where one hawk actually hit the head of the other hawk, and it did take a little chip out of the blade, but still, it's pretty impressive. I mean, you know, a tomahawk is not designed to have another tomahawk basically smashing and chopping into it, so the fact that these survived, yeah, I mean, pretty good for budget hawks. As far as the chopping performance on, you know, some of those branches over there, you know, it did poorly, and that was exactly what I expected because this needs reprofiling. I did sharpen this, but it really needs to be thinned out. It's just too thick. Right up to the edge, it's very thick. This needs to be reprofiled with a grinder because being this thick, it just does not bite in deeply at all. And you could kind of see how you could woodpecker through those branches if you had to. But yeah, basically it needs reprofiling. Okay, so final thoughts, you know, are they perfect? Definitely not. Am I happy with what I got for the money I spent? Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely worth the 20. I was surprised how durable it is. If you want to use it as an actual camping hawk, I would suggest reprofiling and thinning this out. As throwing hawks, they're pretty cool. Alright, sorry about the airplane, but this has been We All Juggle Knives and Hawks. I'm out.